Hey, what's going on? Good morning. So another day in paradise. Mike's already here, man. He's here early, and I need to get that compressor off of my truck. I need to put it in the shop because Mike is gonna need it today. Of course, we have power, as you guys already know. So I'm just gonna get my skid steer. This thing has a pallet on it, so I'm just gonna hook it to the pallet. I'm gonna go in there first and make sure everything's out of the way, and I'll get it. So this is how you want to strap a compressor. I just picked this up at Tractor Supply yesterday. It's not very far from here, and I thought, well, you know what, I'll just wrap this small strap around the bottom. That'll keep it from sliding, because I'm not going very far. Well, I almost tipped this thing over. I literally only went like 200 feet down the road, and I almost tipped it over. So always secure it properly. Doesn't matter how far you're going, because I almost tipped this thing over. That would not have been a good day. Anyway, time to get to work. Hey Mike, how you doing?
Doing good.
You ready for me?
Yes, sir.
You need power, you need air?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart, spend less time in your head. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart. Artlist.io. Spend less time in your head.
All right, so we have everything hooked up. We have all the cables from the generator going over to the lathe. Okay? Moment of truth. All right, it's on, and then we have to open the breaker. There it goes. All right, we should have power now. Let's go check with Mike.
We got our voltage meter over here waiting for us.
Okay.
And we're gonna check the first leg. And we're at 219.
219.
And the second leg is 219. And the third leg is
219.
We are very good right here.
All right, so I can make chips now? Not yet. Not yet. All right, so we have power. We have air compressor as well. Now we're gonna get out of Mike's way and let him finish setting this thing up. He needed power and air, and now we got all that for him. Let's go. All right, so Mike had to leave, but the machine is operational. Well, can't use it yet because he's not done. He still has to put the conveyor under there and the coolant tank and all that good stuff. The problem is we ran those cables through here, and now they're in the way for all this stuff. So I gotta move these cables again, which should not be that hard. I'm gonna undo them from the generator. I'm gonna bring them around, and because I gotta bring them around the outside and then hook them back up. So I'm gonna do one at a time, just like if you're doing spark plugs. That keeps everything straight. Other than that, it's getting closer. You can see now that he moved the chucks out of the way and the turret. Now you can see how much room there is in here. It's quite a bit of room now. So, like I said, these chucks need to come off. Oh my God, look at that. So smooth. These chucks need to come off, and we're gonna replace them with these chucks over here. These Royal chucks. This is for the main spindle, and this is for the sub spindle. that's enough for here. So I guess I'll be back next time Mike is back. See you then. I gotta go ship some tuner brakes to you guys. See ya. So we're back. Mike's back, and he's got the chucks in the lathe. We put the royal chucks on here. This is what I'm gonna be running, and now we're gonna do the coolant tank, and the chip conveyor goes on top of that. Of course, Mike's here by himself, and I know he can get it done, but I'm gonna give him a hand.
Thank you.
Like I said, this goes on top of that. Everything else is on wheels. So once we get it on here, it'll be fairly easy to move around, but until then, it's gonna require a little bit of muscle, which I don't have, but I do have a skid steer. So I'm gonna bring that in here, and we're gonna lift it with that. What do you think, Mike?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll lift it with a skid steer, and then we'll just roll this thing right under it, and we'll be good to go. All right, let's do this. All right, that was pretty easy, right, Mike?
Yeah, it was.
So we needed to get that thing under the cable. So what I did is I threw the cables over the conveyor. That way when we lifted it, everything came up. And now we just have to get the cables over.
You got a bolt hole here, and that's gonna go in there, okay? And then you got one up there.
Oh, I see it. This one?
And these two holes here,
Uh-huh.
I wanna show you this, because if you ever have to take conveyor out, you don't know how to do it. Because it's very simple after you know where it goes. You look underneath there and you'll see two slots.
Oh yeah, I see them.
Okay.
These right here?
Yep. They'll line up.
These right
two
here.
bolts here. We'll have two bolts going through the slots in the.
Oh, they just go right here?
Yep.
And then you just leave them loose and slide them in and then tighten it or what? Perfect. All right, Mike, we're almost there.
Yes, sir.
And then after this, we make chips? And then after this, we make chips?
Oh, we can try.
We can try.
We can try.
Just for the record, I've been asking him that question for about 3 days now. Can we make chips now? Can we make chips now? Thank you, Mike, for being patient with me.
Thank you for your help.
All right, Mike, so we have the conveyor put together now.
Yes, sir.
So now it's just a matter of, these are the bolts that have to line up, and those notches under these notches over here. Right here. Okay, so it's on wheels. So we just have to push it in place, Mike? Is that what we're doing?
Yep, we're gonna roll it this way so we clear the bolts from the machine.
Oh, that's pretty easy.
Slowly come in.
Okay. I'm good over here, Mike. I think. Yep. Wait, I hit something.
I think the bolt's gonna have to come out right now.
All right, let me pull these bolts out.
Then when we get it far enough in, Eric,
Then we'll put them back in.
this has to flip up. And it won't stay up. Well, that's staying up. Good.
All right. Let's go, Mike. Okay. I think this needs to go over this,
It
right?
has to go over there.
Okay.
For me to get that over that,
All right, let me push over here. I think it's getting stuck right here, Mike. All right. Say when.
come on. That's it.
That's it.
What I have to do is I have to jack that up.
Those bolts or the wheels.
I missed it like that.
Oh no, Mike. Gotta get a rag first. Wipe.
Get some Windex.
Windex? Okay.
Windex.
I'm gonna put this one bolt back in here, Mike. I can get one. The other one.
Don't even need to put them in because we can.
Well, I got one in there. The other one,
Yeah.
we'll get it in one.
And then afterwards, I have to.
It's looking like a finished machine now, Mike. You need a hand there, Mike?
No, we're good.
And this plug, I assume once it's in place, you just gotta plumb the coolant lines.
Coolant lines and your power cord.
Oh, Mike.
Yes.
We got a container over here that's gonna be in our way.
Oh yeah. It's gonna sit. I just had it there just in case that bag broke, but it sits right there in that spot.
Right there?
Yeah, you see this little guy right here? He sits just like that.
What's that for? I know it came with the machine.
That's your waste oil, for your whey oil.
Oh,
That's where that's gonna run out.
I see.
Yeah, these are your all your lines.
I don't like the sound of that. Is it waste oil?
It's the waste oil. It's the oil that is dirty after it's lubricated the machine.
Okay.
It runs down the casting, it follows its way to this pipe right here, and you drain it into here.
Okay. All right. So does this get plumbed first, or we put it in first?
Oh no, I'm gonna get the parts catcher lined up and everything. Get this whole thing into place first.
Okay. Yeah, just push on that toolbox, Mike.
And bring this back out. Think it'll clear.
There you go. You got it.
Awesome.
Not sponsored.
Awesome.
It's the Whataburger.
Only in Texas.
Not a sponsor. Anyway, all right, Mike, let's get this thing lined up, get it bolted down, and then we can make some chips, right?
Awesome.
Mike.
We'll do everything we can.
All right, so I got Jose here from WTO. What are we doing, Jose?
It's going. Starting to load new tools in the machine.
All right.
You got to get these caps off. There should have been a screw that came here though. But we'll pop all these protective covers off, start slapping the static tools first, and we'll start hitting our live tools after that.
So we're doing static first?
Yeah.
So where are we gonna put the static ones?
Polystatic 1, 2, and 3, probably 4. And then we'll look at what you got. Probably your actually we'll probably go all the way to 5 with the more holders, 5 and 6.
Okay.
And then 7, 8, 9, 10 is gonna be your live tools to do start milling on your ports.
All right. So this is the controller. So a lot of stuff on here that I have no idea what it means. So soon enough, we're gonna get I'm gonna get some training on this thing before I can run it. They're gonna train me for a few days, and after that, finally we'll make some chips. So anyway, we're gonna put these tools in right quick, and we'll show you how that goes. All right, so this is the first tool.
Yeah, right now we got to get this out. See, right now this is allowing coolant to come through this port, but we need to take this one out so we don't engage in both.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, see, some people they forget to take those off.
All right, so this is a coolant port. That one's unplugged, but this one is plugged, so we need to unplug it before we install the tool block or tool holder, whatever this thing's called. But then the coolant's gonna come out through here while the machine is cutting. All right, so this is where the tool holder is going to go, but we only have one coolant port. So that plug that was in that tool holder, it's going back in. It's going back in. Are these coolant plugs?
These are coolant plugs.
All right,
Right.
so we have additional.
Yep. Yeah, so we're good. The coolant's going to feed through there and then channel through here.
All right.
If it doesn't,
All right, so we got all the tool holders in there. It's pretty full. Some of these, Jose said we may have to move around depending on what it looks like after I get it going. The Mori engineer is going to be here in a couple of days, actually tomorrow. So he can kind of help me decide if everything's in the correct space. We did have to move some around there towards the end because all these need, whatever. So for example, this one has some holes here on the side that I need to be able to get to, so we had to put it next to this one. And same thing, I have some screws here that I need to get to. This one's gonna be a bit tight, but I can still get to it. Some of these other ones, same situation. So you don't just start slamming stuff on there. Also, you need to keep that turret somewhat balanced. You don't want to put all your heavy tools on one side and your light tools on the other. So that's part of the challenge, but everything's in there. Now we just, we still need to do our stick tooling and all that stuff, which is coming very soon, but it's getting there. Still needs a lot of work, but anyway, it's getting closer. Jose, WTO, thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It was fun.
But yeah, it's we're getting that much closer to making chips. Stick around, and we'll show you the whole process. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Keep them centered. Bye bye.
And I